Hello, everyone. I'd like to present FlyNow Aviation with its headquarters in Salzburg, Austria. We are working on man-carrying drones, and we are developing them for high-volume cargo and passenger transport for the use in urban environments to reduce economic and ecologic losses, as you can see here on this slide. Since the cost of road transportation is 750 billion euros per year in the European Union alone, and we as a people are living as if we would have a second planet in spare. So with our electric-driven drone family, consisting of a single and a twin-seater and a cargo version, we have the means to contribute mitigating traffic jams, accidents, air pollution, noise, and resource and energy consumption significantly, mainly in urban areas. The range is 50 kilometers and 120 kilograms of payload for the single-seater and the cargo version, respectively 100 kilometers range and 200 kilogram of payload for the twin-seater. By following FlyNow Aviation's motto, simple is complicated enough, our USPs are lowest manufacturing cost. We are 5 times lower than our next competitor. Due to the counter-rotating coaxial rotor system drivetrain, we achieve a very high safety and energy efficiency, which is about 30% better than our next competitor, resulting also in a benchmark low noise level. Combined with a great, because simple operability concept, robust aerodynamics due to a low center of gravity leading to the vehicle's inherent stability, and a high level of conformity to existing regulations, we achieve a high certification readiness. By applying automotive production processes, we are aiming for manufacturing costs of 18,000 euros per drone at the production rate of 10,000 units per year, which is similar to medium-sized cars such as Audi, BMW, or Mercedes, such as the sales price is 68,000 euros. And this means or guarantees an interesting gross profit of around 50,000 euros. The second interesting business case is the operation of the drone. Calculating with a conservative flight time of 320 minutes per day and 275 days per year at 2 euros per minute, we achieve a yearly revenue of 176,000 euros. By subtracting the operator's expenditures of 67,000 and the depreciation over 4 years of 25,600 euros, we reach an EBIT per drone of more than 83,000 euros. The low cost of each flight and therefore the resulting high numbers of vehicles in operation contribute to head start over our competitors to accumulate the necessary operating hours to gain the certification critical artificial intelligence relevant ODD training data, similar to Tesla's approach. The 4 founders total 70 years of experience in the aerospace and automotive industry, and we have an impressive track record of bringing vehicles successfully into the series production. One example of tourist applications is the city of Paris, with attractions such as the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and Versailles, and the airport Charles de Gaulle. With, for example, Disneyland Paris as an operator, this would be an ideal application of our personal air vehicles. Besides Paris, there are, of course, a lot of potential additional locations in all major cities around the world. Right now, we are in a Series A financing round, which is in total 10 million euros. We just have done our first closing and are looking for up to 6 million for the second closing for manufacturing, assembling, and testing our full-scale prototypes. FlyNow has set out to enable urban air mobility in a social, ecologic, and economic way by being available to and affordable for everyone, by being financially very attractive for all stakeholders involved, by contributing to mitigate congestions, accidents, air pollution, noise, resource, and energy consumption, so that customers can have fun and entertaining experience and a clear conscience at the same time. You're welcome and invited to join our journey. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Jürgen. Right at the 5-minute mark. Well done. Dragons, we're peering into the future here. What do you think?
I'm a big Trekkie fan, so I love this stuff. My biggest question is, why would your go-to-market be travel, right? So this is super duper cool. I can imagine the cargo use case. I can, I would even fly to work with this thing. So would travel be the first obvious choice here?
Well, I think it can be one of the first choices because, all the different tourist organizations, no matter where they're in, being it hotels or being it entertainment or amusement parks and so forth, they're always looking for new attractions, to get new customers and, to differentiate themselves from the others. And that's why I think that, there is hundreds or even thousands of different tourist locations where when you're going there, let it be the Niagara Falls or let it be the Egypt, the pyramids or whatever. You don't go there in a taxi, but you fly there. You have a completely new experience, and that's something which is really entertaining, which is really joyful. And if you have the clear conscience, because you're doing this completely carbon free, what else could you wish for? And on the other hand, you're really mitigating all these risks about traffic jams, congestion, air pollution, and so forth. So it's a win-win for everybody. That's why we're trying to really solve this problem of social, economic, and ecologic sustainability. Because up to now, you always had one of the three as a disadvantage. But now you really, so to say, have the holy grail of mobility.
Jürgen, I'm going to jump in as well. I think, it's very innovative. It's the future. We're always excited about flying, vehicles. You mentioned the weight, which was it 100 kilos for the twin-seater?
Well, for the twin-seater, we would have a load capacity of 200 kilos.
Okay, because I was wondering how many people will be
with the 200 kilos, or it's one person, 120 kilos.
Correct. Okay, and then in terms of just how many you need, because it's great, for one person, but then you're going to have to produce a lot to make this sustainable, to transport.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we are coming from the automotive industry, and right now there's about 80 to 90 million cars produced each year. The car population has been growing from 1 billion to 1.5 billion cars from 2010 to 2020. And we just need so many resources, not only for the vehicles, but also for the infrastructure on the ground. Correct. That we can really reduce the amount of resources by a factor of around 8 to 10 in comparison to cars which have the same person kilometers.
Correct.
And the same is true also for the necessary infrastructure, because if you fly, you almost need no infrastructure except, of course, for the landing sites and so forth. But that's just a fraction of what you need if you are on the 2D.
And I think this is the storytelling you need to bring into the presentations for the next time, because now it makes sense. Now I understand your value proposition. Before I didn't, I was just kind of following the slides, but hearing you say it actually makes more sense to me than just following the slides. So great job.
And first of all, I love the simple is complicated enough. I will definitely remember that. One question, if I still have the time, it seems like competitors of yours like Lilium or Volocopter are probably 3 to 5 years ahead in their development. How can you still win in this market?
In 15 seconds, Jürgen, 15 seconds.
Well, actually they are not, because they're just all working on major redesigns, and they are focusing on 5 up to 7 seaters. And that's exactly what's not going to happen from our point of view, because it's just, there is cars, and the average person in a car is 1.1 to 1.3 persons, although there is a 4 or 5 seater. And the same is true also for drones. So if you really want to be sustainable, you have to follow the necessity of what people are actually using a means of transport for. That's why we are aiming for the 1 and 2 seater, because we know that 90% are going to be either alone or are using it as a couple, for example.
It's actually a flying bike.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Jürgen.